Y'all, okay, so I'm finished smoking everything. My husband asked me if I was going to the library. I said, no, why you think that? He said, because you got that library outfit on. I ain't paying him no mind, y'all. This is the type of stuff you wear when you in the house doing your thing, okay? So, look, this is the weekend. I'm making it do what it do. Okay, got that smoke taste going on, y'all. All right, so I need you to stay right there. Okay, so this is what we got going on, y'all. All right. Woo, we look at that glaze. Let me start over here. Okay, so we got the barbecue burnt lion's mane tips or ends, you guys. Look at that, pretty. Smaller versions of the Chipotle Glazed lion's mane cutlets. You can make them larger if you like. You can take a piece of it, just like this. And if you wanted to, you could take this whole piece in the skillet and smash it. And that way it'll sear and it'll singe, and then this will give you more char if that's what you're looking for. That's the only difference in the cut right here. I cut these into slices. If you want this whole thing right here, you can take it and smash it. But you just want to make sure that you get the water out as much as possible, okay? Now, these are my steaks right here. The smoked lion's mane steaks. Hey beautiful people, this is your girl Nikki with Nikki's Savory Vegan Eats, and it has been a couple of months since I've been on my channel to film a new episode for you all. I'll tell you all about that another time, okay? Let's get to it. So for my first time visitors, welcome to my channel. I want you to go ahead and to like this video because I think you are going to like it. And then also I want you to go ahead and subscribe to my video as well below. Hit that subscription button as well as the notifications button. So anytime I drop a new video, you'll be notified. All right, so if you tuned into this particular video, it's because you want to learn 3 ways to prepare out your lion's mane mushrooms. So here is one of several bundles of lion's mane mushrooms that I recently purchased from an indoor mushroom farm here in Las Vegas, where they grow their actual own mushrooms. And literally, I was so happy to get these. So before I actually show you all how to prepare your lion's mane mushrooms in 3 different ways, I just want to share some of the benefits with you. So one of the benefits of eating or consuming lion's mane mushrooms is that there's potential improvement for mild cognitive impairment, okay? And if you think about memory, actually consuming the lion's mane mushrooms helps with our memory. Not only that, it is said that lion's mane mushrooms can actually help with supporting anxiety and depression symptoms, as well as nerve injuries and protecting against stomach ulcers, you guys. Also, research shows that consuming lion's mane mushrooms will be able to help with heart health and also prevent some cancer symptoms. So those are a handful of symptoms, but there's a lot more. Make sure you do your own research, but I just want to share that out with you. All right, so now that I'm finished with the educational aspects of consuming lion's mane mushrooms, I want to go ahead and to dive into how you can best prepare them. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways. So we're going to start with the barbecue burnt ends. Now, if you see right here, I just took off like a little, part of the lion's mane mushroom. You can actually simply just take it off so easily like so. And look in the middle here, the texture on how it can remind you of chicken, if you will. You look at the texture real closely here, okay? And so you see that the lion's mane mushrooms has a lot of fur. It's known for its fur. So what I'm going to do is show you all my technique on how to be able to sear some of this, sear the mushrooms, but also to singe off some of the fur, you all, which is going to turn into that nice char, look and feel that we want. Just smelling the mushrooms, you all. And I also wanted to make mention that I got my inspiration from No Meat Disco on Instagram, as well as Turn Up Vegan and Derek Sarno, to which Derek Sarno and Turn Up Vegan did respond back on my Instagram video post, and they left me some nice kudos. So I feel like all of my recipes, pertaining to the lion's mane mushrooms are legit, you all. All right, lovelies. So I'm going to show you 3 ways of how to prepare your mushrooms. The first way I'm going to start is with the barbecue burnt ends. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. I feel like that's the quickest and easiest way if you have a taste for some barbecue, especially with the holidays approaching, or even not, y'all, then you're going to want to be able to take some notes for this particular recipe. The second way is I'm going to actually make my Chipotle glazed lion's mane cutlets, if you will. So it takes on the impression, the look and feel of chicken. So it's all about the cut. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. And last but not least, I'm going to show you what I did for my husband and I, our anniversary dinner, where I actually made some smoked lion's mane mushrooms into the steak form. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and prepare out the barbecue burnt ends. So what I'm doing is taking just little pieces of the lion's mane, broke them off, and I smashed this, okay? You can actually smash it in the skillet, or if you wanna just save time, you can go ahead and smash it. You can see how thin it is right here, okay? So I'm gonna just show you guys right here. I'm gonna just take a little piece off, all right? If you want it a little bit larger, just press down, see how spongy it is, you all, and you can mold it however you see fit. So depending on how many pieces you want, you can mold it, and it's already smashed down. So when I put it in the skillet, the cast iron skillet, to sear it, it'll be easier to be able to do. It's gonna be a little bit more challenging depending on the cut. At least that's been my experience. But let's see what happens with the barbecue burnt ends and go from there. Also, as you are tearing them off, like so, you just see I'm just taking off little layers, and no rhyme or reason. When I take them off here, these are going to be my barbecue burnt ends, as you can see, okay? And when you're pressing them, I did notice that when I press a little bit down on them, I did previously rinse them, but you don't want to. When you rinse them, you don't want to drench them, because then your lion's mane mushrooms are going to get too dense. You just want to rinse them off, and if you see any light debris, then you just want to lightly pick it off. You can take a paper towel. When you press down on it, don't be surprised if there's a little moisture, water that comes out of them, just from basically rinsing them off, as these lion's mane mushrooms may contain a little bit extra moisture, and then you just press it and make sure that it's not there. It's easier to get them out when it's the thinner mushrooms. However, it gets a little bit more challenging as you have thicker cuts, because you don't want to have a soggy inside texture, if you will. Okay, I just had to share that tidbit with y'all. All right, stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to take 1 capful of grapeseed oil, put it inside of my cast iron skillet, which is already set in a nice medium heat. I'm simply just showing you all that if you wanted to smash it, you can use the cast iron skillet. I just simply seared it. You can see the steam coming, so that's what you want. You want less oil, more char. And sear them and brown them on both sides. Add a pinch of salt. Your favorite barbecue sauce on both sides. I don't know why I did not use my brush instead of a spoon, but you simply want to just turn it over and sear it on both sides, get it nice and crispy. Add 1 more layer, repeat the process, and voila. All right, lovely. So this concludes part 1 of my lion's mane mushrooms on how to make your barbecue burnt ends. I wanted to split the video in 2 parts because I wanted to really focus on the benefits of the mushrooms and just to talk a little bit about the technique at hand. As you can see, this was a short and sweet process on how to make the barbecue burnt ends. It's all about more char and searing and less oil, and just taking your time in that regard. 5 to 7 minutes until it's nice and brown, and then put your favorite barbecue sauce, repeat, and you're done.